Let's begin by settling the body, adopting a stable, comfortable, upright position serviceable for meditation. So we think about keeping our feet flat and our back straight, torso open, hands in the lap, right over left, with the palms upturned and the thumbs gently touching. Our eyes are gently closed or slightly open, making sure we let in enough light to remain alert. We try to maintain an awareness of not slouching, not leaning. Also let go of any unnecessary tension or rigidity in the body, relaxing into a stable, comfortable, upright position. Just allowing the body to fall into place. And begin to move the mind inward, letting go of thoughts of the past, plans for the future. Allowing sights and sounds in our environment to be as they are, no need to investigate. Constraining our awareness just to the body and mind. Concentrating that awareness in the present by attending closely to the physical sensations that accompany the in breath and the out breath in the space around the opening of the nostrils. Noticing quickly when anything other than that one physical sensation is arising in the mind. And then, without judgment or frustration, lifting our awareness up from those distractions and placing it gently but firmly again and again on the breath. And then, when the mind feels more calm, generate a broad and altruistic motivation for our time. So, we take a moment to cultivate the view of oneself as being on the receiving end of this vast, interconnected web of kindness that is flowing toward oneself from all other sentient beings, thinking of all of the ways in which we benefit from sentient beings. And the fact that we live in relative safety and comfort. We have access to nutritious food and clean water. That we have gained skills and abilities, knowledge that led us to be self sufficient, independent. And the fact that we, by relying on the field of sentient beings, have had opportunities to grow our good qualities, our kindness, our compassion, our generosity, our patience, our ethical restraint. I think everything that we have, all of our possessions, all of our knowledge, all of our skills and abilities, our character, completely depends upon the kindness of others. Simply the fact that we have benefited makes their presence, their actions, a kindness. And on the basis of that, generate a strong aspiration to repay that kindness. Recognizing that what sentient beings want most is the same as oneself, to be happy, to be free of suffering, and not temporarily happy, happy in a very limited way, free of suffering in a very limited way, but genuinely, truly, deeply happy, perfectly content, free of even the slightest suffering. Being able to install sentient beings in such a state depends upon the content of our own mind, the degree to which we ourselves become free of the afflicted states, that we ourselves grow in wisdom, in loving kindness, compassion, generosity, patience, ethics. So I think of using this time to generate those internal qualities that will allow us to truly be of benefit to others. And with that motivation, for a moment, return to attending to the breath, following the in breath and the out breath, all the way through the cycle of respiration, all the way down and back out. Attending to the entire cycle throughout the body. And then on the next inhalation, follow the breath down to the level of the heart. And then imagine that your subjective awareness begins to bloom from within the heart, not as though one is looking down, but as though one's awareness becomes generated from within the heart center. And begin to imagine that someone that you know, that you are close to, is seated in front of you. And imagine that this person is receiving everything that they could possibly want, desire, all of the sources of temporary as well as ultimate satisfaction, contentment, bliss. And upon observing that, generate in your mind a pure, unconditional delight in their happiness. And imagine from the heart center a sense of warmth arises and spreads like fresh, warm water flowing into a cold bath. Imagine that it continuously pours, growing stronger and stronger. Spreading throughout the body and mind. Imagine that it takes on the appearance of brilliant white light. This light generates bliss wherever it touches and simultaneously heals all physical and mental problems and their root causes. Imagine that the form of the body dissolves into this radiant white light that has the quality of nectar, like honey. Imagine that yourself in the aspect of this light body is surrounded by all other sentient beings, your mother in this life on your right, your father in this life on your left, your friends and loved ones behind, those who agitate, disturb your mind, those with whom you have conflict in front. And then extending in all directions to the horizon are sentient beings, humans, and sentient beings in human form that are strangers. And imagine that light rays extend out from your body, sharing this healing energy of loving kindness. First, a beam of nectar and light goes forth to your mother, then your father, and then those loved ones behind. And then the light spreads from your heart, touching the crowns of every other sentient being as vast as space. and think that upon contact with this light, this nectar, then each of these sentient beings have also become purified of their negativities, obscurations. Think that each one of them has fully realized the nature of their minds, become fully enlightened, and therefore you have brought all suffering to an end. And feel a deep sense of satisfaction at having truly repaid the kindness of sentient beings. And think that having completed its work, this energy flows back into oneself. And think that this light body of yours begins to slowly disappear from the outside in. And think that all that remains is the mind. And then think that out of your desire to be of benefit, that mind generates loving kindness once again, which appears as a white light that takes the form of your body and mind. And think that this body are produced from wisdom and compassion. And the purpose of this body and mind is to be of benefit. and hold that view without distraction. And then when you're ready, we'll come back together. And we'll dedicate. So recollect your altruistic motivation and think that by having engaged in this contemplation, you've actualized that motivation, which has generated positive energy in your mind. Think that you freely offer the fruit of your practice, that positive energy for the benefit of all sentient beings without exception. Thinking strongly when this positive energy ripens, may it serve as a cause and condition to eliminate war and conflict, poverty, famine, disease, disasters, all painful inner and outer conditions. May it fully ripen the minds of all sentient beings. May they quickly meet perfect teachers and arise in the state of full enlightenment. May I too achieve the state of enlightenment so that I might work for the benefit of sentient beings perfectly. May any obstacles facing the Guru's long life be completely dispelled. And may I and all sentient beings in this moment come under the joyful care and guidance of enlightened beings. May we be guided and protected until we swiftly achieve that state of enlightenment. Thank you.